end the stigma, how a college support system can help. Have you ever seen someone who appears to be sick a lot and thought to yourself, they must have a chronic illness? Our society doesn't think about the underlying psychiatric disabilities that an average of 1 in 3 college students struggle with. It's extremely important to provide these students with psychiatric disabilities, individual accommodations, and allowances so they can not only complete their courses and activities, but excel in them. Schools should help join the fight against stigma and help promote awareness. While there have been much focus on getting people with physical disabilities the accommodations they need and deserve, there are many college-age students who struggle with some sort of psychiatric disability that have been falling to the wayside and not getting the same treatment to help them become successful. Not all illnesses are visible, and many suffer in silence. Many students deal with mental illnesses, and their psychiatric disabilities can prevent them from completing their education. I want to speak about the reality that these students face and why it's important that schools gain awareness of these issues and provide students with the necessary tools and accommodations to help them succeed and thrive. I will use the Monroe motivated sequence to explain how students have asked schools to provide those with psychiatric disabilities the necessary support and to support their goals and thrive. The first step is gaining the attention of the administration. Students with psychiatric disabilities most often need individual accommodations and allowances to complete and succeed in their courses and activities. It's the school job to help every student succeed and provide equal opportunities and access for all. Mental illness is very prevalent among college students and more common than you might think. According to American Psychological Association, on average, 1 in 3 college freshmen struggle with mental health issues. The stigma surrounding mental health is much more stigmatized than physical health. And that's why they need someone like the schools to advocate for them to bring more credibility to the topic. When accommodating are made for those with mental illnesses, like the ones under the judicial rulings under the Americans with Disability Acts of 1990, have generated outcomes that are sometimes more harmful than helpful. Due to the fact that psychological disabilities are nearly to spot, it is much harder for people, specifically schools, to buy into them, which makes them less apt to offer crucial tools needed. The students must complete and succeed in their courses and feel satisfied with their work. Because unlike physical disabilities, which you can see, psychiatric disabilities are often invisible and more stigmatized. The World Health Organization states that in its study, these issues start at the age of 14. The 2016 study conducted by the World Health Organization reported that 39% of students were struggling with at least one mental health illness. The same study found that an increased number of students who have considered suicide from 8% to 11%. If 1 in 3 college students were to seek mental health services, they wouldn't be able to manage, as the numbers are higher than previously estimated. Inquiring about mental health services was approximately 11.9% of students suffering from an anxiety disorder and 7 to 9% suffering from depression. Some may argue that there are people out there that will try to exploit the accommodations, but that is why there are protocols in place. There are a wide range of negative outcomes associated with psychiatric disabilities, including serious social and educational impairment. A few reasons have been proposed for the low rates of help seeking in this population, including fear of personal stigma, not proceeding treatment as urgent or successful, and lack of time. The American College Health Association has found that students report that anxiety and depression are among the biggest factors negatively affecting the academic performance performance, such as mental health issues, even lead students to drop out. Lack of identification or acknowledgement of mental health systems or lack of inadequate treatment are common problems among college students and may contribute to the persistence of mental health problems in this population. Someone may need more time because they have a broken leg, but someone with anxiety may need more time because they had to stop in the bathroom and had a panic attack. When someone has a disability, they usually have automatic accommodations, but it should be equally as easy for someone with a mental health diagnosis. A disability is a disability, and everyone should have an equal chance of being successful and feeling comfortable with the success that the accommodations have helped them to achieve.